I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I am coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE update video, VeVeverse as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Cheers, mates. So I would like to say, first off, before I get started with the video, that I love America so much. For those of you that do not know, I am a first-generation immigrant from Peru. I was not born here. I was born in another country. And the way that the country embraced me, helped me grow up. I was fortunate enough to be able to serve in the greatest Air Force in the world, USAF, and was able to help serve the country a little bit afterwards in other ways. Can't really talk about that. And just the opportunities here are like no other. On a post I want to read you guys, which I probably should have brought up beforehand, but you know, my bad, I wasn't able to. I'll bring it up right now. This is from exactly 4 years ago, saying that I did not vote for Biden, but I wish him all the best. I hope he becomes the best president in history. And then I go over a couple things that I really liked about him, like the executive order to conserve 30% of America's lands and waters by 2030. I thought that was great. And signing another executive order to make it so that America runs 100% clean energy by 2050. I don't know if that'll actually ever happen, but again, those are things that I really liked about him. And I said both of which I think help out not only America, but the world. And then to comment what you're excited for. In that same breath, I'll say for today, I know that a bunch of people are not excited about Trump becoming president, but I think in the same way that I embraced Biden 4 years ago and just hope for the best. There's an old saying, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I don't know if that necessarily fits here, but I feel like in a lot of different situations, that's one of the things that we can all do. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. At the end of the day, I love this country. I think it's one of the greatest in the world. And everyone that was happy, cheers to crypto. Not sponsored, but not your father's root beer is just so good. Like, oh my God. Anyway, it's an American beer. I'm pretty sure. I actually don't know. Anyway, let's go over some Definity first, because Definity is one of the things that was actually up a little bit. It is, now granted, but just follow me on this. It is up 18% on the day, which is great, but it's because it was down like 45% yesterday. So it went from like 5 cents to 2.5 cents. And again, typically it trades from 3.5 to 5.5, but then the outliers of that, the edge cases, a lot of times it'll go up to 6.5 cents, and a lot of times it'll go down to 2.5 cents. So I, with my own money, was able to load the boat a little bit there at 2.7. It's 3.7 right now, so I thought that was really cool. At the end of the day, this is what this particular piece of DeFi space is one of the most, in my opinion, the most undervalued things in the world. I have multiple people messaging me saying, Chavez, you know the team. I like what you say about it. I like the interviews that you've had. I like all this. There's so little liquidity in the market. It's very hard to buy without pumping the price. Is there a way that we can do an OTC deal? And there's not. There is one person that was selling the other day, like yesterday, had sold, I think, like $30,000 worth of Definity. And normally, if you have $200,000 worth of Definity, it goes to 170. But that wasn't the case, because the amount he sold decreased by half. He had like 200K, sold 30K, but because of how it got cut in half, he's like, actually, you have like 80 grand now. So clearly that guy thought that he could just sell and it wouldn't affect the price, but clearly it did. If that wallet, I think they have like 3 million more Definity. If they want to go in and sell everything, let us know. Let me know. Contact me. We will buy everything from you. I will try to get it split up between all the people that are messaging me, although it's really not, 3 million is not much. Let's take a look at, I mean, any one of these people could swallow that up in general, but times 0.035, it's $105,000. Something is better than nothing. I'll take it. Anyway, I'm very curious to see what happens when they decide to market the token, when they decide to publish stuff, when they decide to reveal to the world what they're making every month, because I guarantee you that is going to be just absolutely incredible. Everyone's gonna be like, what? And the market cap is what? And it's just gonna go insane. Like I said, I get more every month. There's somebody that just did a buy right now. I don't know if it's because of this. I don't know if it's because of this, but they just did a buy right now. Anyway, that's Definity. Let's go over DEVVE real quick. There's a couple posts from DEVVE. Let's go to, actually what we'll do here is we'll just go over this. Digital asset investment products recorded inflows of 2.2 billion last week amid the Trump inauguration euphoria. Spiked like 108 yesterday. The largest week of inflows so far this year. Bitcoin saw 1.9 billion in inflows, while Ethereum saw inflows of 246 million. And Coinbase App Store global rank is 21. Oh, I cannot wait for Mario Kart. Mario Kart's going to be amazing. Just in general, not. So we're going to go over DEVVE here. I just have to go to Triceratops. T1 crypto tips. Okay. If you look at T1 crypto tips, like really quickly, it looks like Triceratops. I don't know if that was on purpose. Anyway, he goes on and gives a post. It was yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And I want to go in and talk about it because it is from Definity, or it is about DEVVE, and this person posts a lot, so I cannot find it. He does say DEVVE is going above $20, and there's nothing you can do about it. Agreed, but I'm curious if the post was deleted. It says a simple thread on DEVVE, so it shouldn't be that hard to find, but maybe okay, here it is. Here's a simple thread on DEVVE. What is DEVVE? DEVVE is a blockchain designed to be fast, scalable, and eco-friendly. It aims to support environmental and social governance, or ESG, projects. The DEVVE token powers this blockchain. Number 2, technical aspects. Speed and scalability. DEVVE uses sharding, which allows for up to 8 million transactions per second, which significantly boosts scalability. This sharding tech enables each application to have its own shard, facilitating custom smart contract requirements and scalability. Then you have energy efficiency. DEVVE consumes 1/3 billionth of the energy of Bitcoin, making it one of the most energy efficient layers 1 blockchains in the world. Also, as far as cost, it uses like 1/10,000th the cost of ETH. ETH gas fees have been insane, probably 1/1,000,000th the cost of ETH this past day. But what about security? Well, it employs proof of validation for Byzantine fault tolerance, or BFT security, offering a secure environment for transactions. Number 3, well, what about the Launchpad? What is it? The DEVVE Launchpad is a platform where the new cryptocurrency projects can launch, offering early investment opportunities. How it works is holders of DEVVE can stake their tokens to gain access to new token sales, participate in governance, and potentially receive rewards from the project's launch via the Launchpad. Well, what about the benefits of that? Staking DEVVE provides access to exclusive token offerings and can reward stakers with DEVVE drops or similar benefits from new projects. Well, what about the DEVVE exchange that I've heard so much about? It's a revolutionary exchange. The DEVVE exchange aims to be non-custodial, where users retain control of their assets. It's going to be secure and compliant with global regulations, using DEVVE sharding for tailored compliance per jurisdiction. So they can go and shard anything up regardless of where the company is in the world, in the country. It doesn't matter. They can go on and be compliant with any one of them. Then you have trading with DEVVE. A DEVVE token will be integral to the ecosystem, supporting seamless transactions across different assets. Future plans? Well, while specific goals for becoming a top-tier exchange are not explicitly mentioned, the project's roadmap includes significant exchange development that could position it as a leading platform for digital assets. Now, again, pretty close to the team. I've gone on and had meetings with all of them. I've interviewed them a couple of times, and there's other meetings that behind closed doors. I'll tell you guys this, the partnerships, incredible. The amount of hype that they're going to be able to build, incredible. This is going to be one of the most disruptive technologies and the most disruptive tokens and companies of 2025 and maybe 2026 and beyond. I honestly believe, and obviously none of this is financial advice, this is just what I believe, just a person in his friend's basement over here. Cheers, mate. I believe can be a top 30 token. What it can do as far as speed, 8 million transactions per second, or I think Solana is going to be one of the next fastest at like 80 or 90 transactions per or 80 or 90,000 transactions per second, which is great, but 8 million is bananas. And the T+0 settlement time, where a lot of banks, credit card processors, at anything in stocks or whatever, you have to wait for a couple of days for it to settle. So even though if I send Dashi over there, if I send Dashi a wire, yeah, Dashi might be able to use that wire of $50,000, whatever it is, right away, maybe the same day, maybe the next day. I mean, if I were to send Dashi a wire on Friday, Dashi would not receive it until tomorrow because the weekend banks aren't open, and then also on Monday, like today's a holiday, so it won't be open until tomorrow. That is a long time. Now, obviously, the opposite of that, sometimes if you send a wire at like 9:30 a.m., the person gets it maybe like 2:30 that afternoon. But a T0 settlement time, they get it instantly. If I were to send Dashi something on Friday morning, and Dashi actually gets it or is able to use it on Friday afternoon, the bank, that money doesn't technically settle until like Tuesday or Wednesday. But with this T0 settlement time, the bank doesn't have to float any of that, which otherwise they would have. They'd have to float that 50, 500,000, several $1 million. But now they won't because of DEVVE. So again, this type of thing is just absolutely bananas. Aw, my friend does like the stats. Okay, Stacker. Let's go to DEVVE real quick and see what they're at. You can end the sentence in a preposition. I read it in Sapphires. So they're down about 1% on the day to $1.42. However, the low of the day was $1.28. So if you go over and say, hey, you know what? It's actually up from there. And I was able to load up a little bit, about $1.30 to about $1.32. So did I catch the absolute bottom? No. And is that the bottom? I have no idea. In the short term, it could go back to $1, go back to 80 cents. We have no idea. In the long term, though, I believe this is dozens, if not hundreds of dollars. We shall see. It should be noted, though, if you are just learning about DEVVE, it did just do like a 10x from the bottom. So be wary of that. That's why I think, could go back to $1 and go back to 80 cents. I'll get to OMI in a second. I just want to, I tend to talk for about an hour and then I go in and answer everyone's comments. So what I'm trying to do now, and by all means, if you don't have time to wait, $2 super chat, and then I'll answer whatever you want. The super chat doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be crazy unless you want to. Luigi, what up, man? Giving me the unpleasant face there. Zervasis says, classic case of perfectly timed investments. Took a small loan, grabbed OMI just before it tanked, and some DEVVE and Definity. Now watching everything else moon. Well, DEVVE's done pretty well the last couple of months. So did you get the loan for DEVVE at like $1.80, and now it's down here? Again, I expect this to be several dozen dollars this year, and again, maybe even higher. I don't know. Again, I'll go in and I'll go over some of these comments before I get back to my blurb, and we'll go back and forth. Chosen says, I've got secrets, but need to finish packing my bags. You're on the right track. Keep holding the line. So I did say, or VeVeverse teases from the team, DEVVE, OMI. I did say that I did have a new plan for OMI because, and again, we'll get to it right now. Right? Booking now. Okay. We're down about 7% on the day to 00029. We actually went a little bit lower. We actually went to 00028. What was that? 2829. I did talk about this, I think yesterday, going over and saying, hey, that one stake in the ground that we had at 0000266, that does seem like it was a pretty big stake in the ground, and that's it. That might, and we're hitting really close there now, so we might do another bounce off. If we go lower, where do we go? I don't know. I will say that I'll be able to get, let's say if it goes below there, where does it go? Let's say it stops at 0002 just for right now. I think in the next week or so, if that were to happen, I'd get like another 20 million OMI before grant. If it goes down there and it stays down there for a day or so, and I'm able to buy, I'll somehow come up with another 4K, and I'll be able to go in and get 20 million. It'll bring me to 222 million. If that were to happen, I don't know if it is going to happen. I mean, I'd like to get OMI at that price, but again, like, well, Chavez, I've heard talk that people saying it can go to the quad zeros. Let's say it goes just to that level at 0001, and $100 gets you a million OMI. That would be insane. But let's say it is 10,000. I'd get another 100 million OMI. If it ever goes down to 0001, not just wicks down there, but it stays down there for like a day, I'll get another 100 million, and I'll get up to 300 million. I might do more. I might sell other stuff, or I'll let you know if it ever goes down there. That is exactly what I will do. If it does, great for me. If not, no big deal. A lot of people are saying like, hey, actually, let's go over one other thing here that I wanted to go and this does have to do with the Trump Perry Ann Boring. Oh, actually, shout out to Perry Ann Boring, shout out to her, saying congrats to Caroline Pham on being named acting chair of the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission's CFTC. Caroline D. Pham has 11.8 thousand followers as of this point, but I don't suspect that will last for long. Digital Chamber of Commerce, which Perry Ann Boring had founded, saying congratulations to Caroline D. Pham on being named chair of the U.S. CFTC. Read the full statement, blah, blah, blah. Just love how Perry Ann goes in and gives people credit where credit is due. It's going to be from Kevin D. Gods. So that is who I'm going to go over and take a look-see at right now. Kevin D. How do I even? DE. He goes and has a post about the president, and let's go read it because I think it gives some. Am I blocked? All right, no, I'm not. I'm good. Policy manifestation, Bitcoin, dude. President Trump just bought $47 million worth of Bitcoin and $47 million worth of Ethereum. That is bananas. Absolutely bananas. There's people selling that stuff. Founder mode. Man, this dude posts a lot. Okay. So this is from 7 hours ago. So it is slightly old news. Oh, Bill Gardner, pick it up on this dip. Let's go. Let's go. Get that bread. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Man. Anyway. Kevin D. God says the president just created $75 billion in market value overnight. Not with money printing, not with stocks or bonds, but with a cryptocurrency launch that will change the entire financial system. Here's what's really happening. For the last 17 years, crypto has been stuck in regulatory limbo. Major banks wouldn't touch it. Fortune 500 stayed away. Even crypto companies were afraid to launch tokens. Why? One agency stood in the way. It was the SEC. The mere threat of enforcement killed innovation. But everything has just changed overnight. The president didn't just launch a meme coin. He created a $75 billion token in hours. And this wasn't some small crypto project. This was the president of the United States embracing tokenization. And he's not stopping here. Here's what's really happening. Trump is planning on being the biggest pro-crypto shift in U.S. history. An executive order making crypto a national priority, Crypto Advisory Council of Industry Insiders, $20 billion national Bitcoin stockpile, pausing all crypto litigation. This is a complete 180 from the current regulatory environment. Think about what this means. When the president himself launches a token, how can regulators claim that crypto is too risky? When the government holds Bitcoin, how can they say it has no value? When litigation stops, what's holding these companies back? The floodgates are about to open. Again, remember VeVe and OMI and all this. Remember when companies feared putting credit cards online? When CEOs thought that the internet was a fad? I have those clippings. When mobile ads were seen as toys. We are at the same inflection point with crypto, but this time, adoption will happen much faster. Soon, every major institution will need a token strategy. Universities tokenizing endowments, cities launching community coins, Fortune 500s creating reward tokens. The infrastructure is ready. The tech is proven. All that's missing is regulatory clarity. The market thinks this legitimizes meme coins, but that's missing the forest for the trees. This legitimizes the entire concept of programmable value. When a president validates crypto, every investment bank has to take notice. And here's what happens next. Banks start offering token services. Companies explore tokenizing assets. VCs shift to focus to utility over speculation. Institutional capital then floods the market. But here's an even bigger shift happening beneath the surface. The crypto winter did not kill innovation. It forced builders to focus on real utility. Back in 2021, me, Dr. Stuff, and Crypto Rain went to, or this is 2022, I think, NFT NYC. And everyone and their sister was calling on us, like, hey, can you guys make videos about us? We'll give you $1,000 each. And we said no, because what was their project? It was just random 2D JPEGs. This little tiger duck over here had more utility and more want than a lot of these random companies. But because these companies were into NFTs, these VCs, like pawns in their game, had gone on giving them a couple $1 million. Had a run rate for a couple of years, but again, no utility, no business, no revenue, just a random name. It was as a 2D JPEG in a dream for these guys. But again, it forced builders to focus on real utility. Cream rose to the top. Even stuff like with legit IP, like Recur, Hero, DraftKings, all of them went down. Why? Because none of them were really good in the space. VeVe is one of the only ones to not only survive, but thrive, grow in that bear market. Now with regulatory barriers falling, these projects are perfectly positioned. And this isn't just good timing, it's a perfect storm. Trump's executive orders will stop the SEC's crypto crackdown. It'll force agencies to embrace innovation. It'll give builders a seat at the table, and it'll create government demand for crypto. No longer are we worried that, like, hey, if we're not going to have a seat at the table, we might be what's for dinner. We will get a seat at the table. And again, it's going to create government demand for crypto. The implications for builders are staggering. Think about it. Every company that's been waiting on the sidelines will need crypto expertise. Every bank will need token infrastructure. Every brand will need a Web3 strategy. The opportunity isn't just in crypto. It's in building the bridge to traditional finance, something that Definity will do very well. Same as DEVVE. The winners won't be meme coins. They'll be the projects that help traditional businesses adopt crypto. Payment infrastructure, compliance tools, enterprise platforms, token standards. We're witnessing the end of crypto's Wild West era. Just like Amazon wasn't an internet company, the next wave won't be crypto companies. They'll be regular businesses using tokens to raise capital more efficiently, build stronger communities, create real economic value. And the playbook is about to change. Every single brand will need a token strategy. Every company will need a crypto expertise. Every investor will need to understand tokenization. This isn't about speculation anymore. It's about what the future of value transfer. The internet took 20 years to transform business. Mobile took 10 years. Crypto might take 5. But the president just accelerated everything. Are you ready to build the infrastructure for this new era? Comment down below. Anyway, I had somebody go in and let me go and get a couple comments here. Energy, give me those meow, 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 Randy. Energy. Not your father's root beer. Root beer is so heckin' good. VeVe Zombie, thank you so much for being a member. Saying, yo, what up, Zombie? Zombie, hey, 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 oh. Get it. I'm trying to get it, Jason Pena. I went live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today because the Ohio State game is on at like 7:30. So I have to be gone in like an hour. But I'll maybe sooner. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's take a look at OMI right now. Oh yeah, I just did. Like I said, 0002892. I know a couple people that got it today. That's my strategy, just to get more. Because I think it's stupid undervalued. It is a $78 million market cap. Now, fully diluted, it's 90, but 78 is way too low, in my opinion. Now, when you go on and talk about something like Definity, the less than a $6 million market cap. So Definity would have to do like a 13x just to get to where OMI is. And I think it does. Oh God, hiccups. However, Definity is not necessarily working on an affiliate marketing program. VeVe is. Definity does not have a VeVeverse or any type of metaverse, but VeVe is. And again, that VeVeverse tease. Well, let's go with the title here. Take a look at that thumbnail. And what do you see? You see an avatar. Cool. Every game has an avatar. Everything has to have an avatar. James Bond games in the 90s had an avatar. But look at his hat. Look at the clothes. Look at the backpack strap. Look at the shoes. All of these things could potentially be bought with OMI and to burn OMI. OMI to accessories has been part of the roadmap forever. And even though some of the roadmap has been taken off, OMI to gem, OMI to land, I do think that some of those things are able to come back. The buybacks, whatever. Once the administration, the new administration goes and says like, hey guys, we're going to kind of freeze the SEC over here, I think some of these things might be back on the table. And some might be very soon, and they might announce that. I don't know. That's what I would do if I were them. But again, I'm not the CEO of a 9-figure company. I'm just little old me. But let me take that off there. Thank you. But in this VeVeverse, they showed off the Maserati, and I think it was for a reason. You have buildings, you have trees, you have stuff you can crash into, and you have roads. There's no need for roads unless you're going to have be able to drive a car. It could be the Ecto 1, it could be the DeLorean, it could be the Maserati, it could be all these Lambos, it could be the Rolls Royce. And then maybe because we have the hoverboard, Marty's hoverboard, again, like we kind of saw in Back to the Future. I don't know if that was Back to the Future 2. We're able to go in and say like, oh, maybe you don't need a car if one of your friends has a car and you could just hitch a ride on the back of it. They made that a little bit of a mini game in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, I believe. You're able to like up triangle and then you're able to watch onto the back of a car and take it for a ride. Thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, let's move on to get to some of the news here. Let's go to, what was it, yesterday? Oh, my trouble hurt. Sorry. Yeah, apparently trading was hecked on Solana yesterday. Same thing with Ethereum. I was trying to like trade stuff and I couldn't. I wasn't able to. This is where DEVVE goes and it answers that. It solves that problem. Opinions specifically, nope, I'm not gonna go over that. Trump token, meme coins crash. I don't know if I should go over this. Moonshot. All right, I'll go over this. No, I won't. She won't. That's that is a reference to Homeward Bound. I don't know if it's 1 or 2, but Sassy says it. Love Sally Field. Apples and oranges. Look at this. Okay, so we have post from Sergio Rodriguez saying everyone thought the floor price of Silver Surfer was going to collapse after the secret rare crafting was finished, but nothing could be further from the truth. It's held firm at $52. On top of that, the floor price for Galactus Ultra Rare is doing better than expected at 90. Wait, the Ultra Rare Galactus is 90? I know this was probably yesterday, but no way. Let's go to Galactus. And okay, there's a lot of comics there. Let's go to collectibles on Galactus. The Ultra Rare, there's 26 in the market, so there's not going to be a ton of these. It's 70. Not bad. All right, Secret Rare Galactus. Secret Rare Galactus looks so freaking cool. Let's see where this is at. This is at 116. Okay, not bad, not bad. And then let's go to the special edition. There's only 15 of these available for sale. Sort by lowest price. That's $460. God damn. Okay, all right. If you got the common special Galactus, damn, $460. Ooh, baby, look at myself. Oh man. Oh, sorry. I was about to wrap some M&M, but then I decided, maybe another time. Anyway, Sergio goes on to say, if you look at the drop purely from the standpoint of long-term hodlers, this was a success. Preach, girl, preach. It's wild that Trump bought $42 million worth of ETH yesterday and 47 million today. Nuts. I'm not gonna go over that. Look at how freaking cool that is. Like, that is just freaking gangster. The city is up in flames. Probably not a good thing to show for the LA fires right now, but just city is up in flames, and there's just Galactus just on his throne. just in like this semi-human form, and it's just, god damn, that's awesome. God, that's so cool. Like, so for example, right now they had just released, I think, Godzilla over on Fortnite. And the way you can be him is there's like this little portal. It happens like once every X amount of games. You can go in there, you can become Godzilla. You have all of his powers, and really hard to beat. And I just think if they could do something like that with VeVe skins, and you have Galactus, you have all that, it'd just be awesome. As I said yesterday, but I really want to bring this up again, the Arizona Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill is introduced. Oh my God, sorry, Stacker. I have to go over Stacker for my friend. 30 minutes in. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Stacker, if you go in, you do not have to have an account to use Stacker. As I said, like connect VeVe. You don't need to connect VeVe. If you just want to like take some OMI and bridge it there. You go in and you have an OMI, you have a OMI, USDC, and Ethereum wallet over on Ethereum. So if you have Ethereum OMI, you already have those wallets. You can go in and click receive. Once you click receive, you can use the QR code, or you can go in and say, you know what, I don't want the QR code for whatever reason, and then you can just you could copy it. So for Ethereum OMI, you can go on and do the code there, or you could go in and click the address. And then once you do that, for example, like I have just a couple million OMI in there for whatever reason, I bridge it. And then if you go to bridge, let me just show you what that is. Whereas the send, receive, swap, you go to bridge, you hit that, and you could choose to bridge however much you want. Obviously, you can't do like 100 million. You could do maybe 30 or 40 at a time. Let me go on. Oh, did I exit out of that? Okay. Once you bridge it to base. And same thing, if you have base OMI over on there, you could say like, hey, I already have base OMI. I don't need to send it to Ethereum. Well, it's the same thing. Go to the base tab and then click receive. And then you will have a QR code there for base OMI. And then for whatever reason, if you don't like QR codes, if you don't believe in them, whatever, you can go into that base address. Anyway, just figured I would go in and tell y'all about that. Anyway. Okay, so Arizona Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill. State can invest up to 10% from the state general fund and the state retirement funds, totaling 78 billion. 10% of that, 7.8 billion, going into Bitcoin would be insane. More on DEVVE. So there's a couple of buddies of mine talking about this. God, that is so good. Saying DEVVE will be for corporations who need privacy associated with their chain. Their upcoming big announcement will open minds of what their T0 settlement will unlock. It's a totally different use case than ETH and other chains, in case you're worried about that. And another buddy of mine says, most companies operate in TradFi world and have to be compliant. DEVVE can spin up shards that are specifically built for those companies and the countries they operate in. They can do instantaneous swaps, so think atomic swaps, but not just single asset transactions. And they can do 8 million transactions per second. I think DEVVE has the potential to be the next XRP. Zafacer, what's going on, fam? How's it going? Say, chosen, hope so. Yeah. VeVe Zombie says, nice pickup, Bill. Yes, I agree. 3.8 million at this was very nice. Good job, Bill. Oh, here's this Viva Peru, Hermano Chavez. Viva Peru. Yeah, so I've met like 3 other people in my life. There's one dude, I swept his chimney. He was from Peru. And then there's one girl, Whitney, I worked with back in the day at a tropical smoothie. She was from Peru. And then there was this one, so my friend's sister's husband was from Peru. So and they're all pretty chill. They're all pretty cool. It's just fine. They weren't like my best friends, but they weren't like enemy. They're all chill. They're all nice. They're all cool. Good dudes. Whitney was a gal, but as Kel said from the Good Burger skit on all that, we're all dudes. Also, look at that Lucius Malfoy cane representing. Yes, look at that Lucius Malfoy, and the good times. Planet Vampire, what's going on, Planet? How's it going? Meow 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 meow. Do I know something about BitForex? I don't. I love your little Spider-Man cosplay there. They have like 13 billion still. They have like 13 billion OMI, and if they'll at some point go in and release more and more and more. So you could see some of these. You could see these prices go even lower depending on how often they go in and let people sell. Let me go to OMI right now and see what the price is. 0002895. Oh God, what is this? Oh God, I did not mean to do that. Okay. You can block. Sorry, this is something fun. Be extremely careful. So somebody was talking about just about OMI and why they can't market. Foster Hill goes on and says, where marketing comes, this is where marketing comes in. But when it comes to crypto, you have to be extremely careful about how you talk about it, and B, you need a product to market so people can use it. There's no point in marketing an incomplete product in OMI to NFT, as an example. We have indicated in its public testing for all users, but it doesn't make sense to scream it from the rooftops when there's a very small amount of IP brands available, and features like the Immutable X Bridge are not up and running. Now, oh God, excuse me. Squeeze me. When Foster goes on and says, it doesn't make sense to scream it from the rooftops when there's a very small amount of IP, does that mean that there's more IP coming? We know there is, we just don't know which ones. Come on, Marvel and Disney. I'm pretty sure Marvel would say yes right away. I would not expect that from Disney right away. I would expect them to wait a little while. Sorry, hiccups. Galactic Cosmosphere. All right, so there's I think as of right now, there might be, oh, it might not be yet. Close. We'll have in like the next hour is a Galactic Cosmic Laser Fury. It's the uncommon mint 1966. The bounty for that for Comps and Crypto is at 2K. So I'm actually going to go in and take a look at that and see what it's at. Galactus. I think that was the uncommon. So I'll go to collectibles. The uncommon. Listing type, auction. Oh, did that end? There's no way it ended, right? The uncommon Galactic Laser Fury. Yeah. I wonder if the 1966 is gone now. It I don't know. It won't let me see. It won't let me see what that's the other thing that I want. I want to be able to go in and have to see the previous listings. But they're gone. So oh well. Let's move on here. World of Warcraft stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, shout out to Mark Quinn, which is level 99 on VeVe now. Shout out to him. Unknown contacted. This guy named Crash Displays is okay. An unknown group has contacted me to say that Trump is going to go to $1 trillion market cap because Trump has nuclear missiles and weapons, and Brett is to reach 8% of that, saying Brett is going to be at $80 billion market cap. Be advised, guys, this is trolling, and I'm not saying that Brett can't do that or Trump can't do that or whatever, but oh, this is the wrong Brett I went to. I don't know how I went there. Brett was kicked out of the top 100. It's number 123 token right now. Now, granted, it's still $900-ish million market cap, but you know, Crashes Clay does have 250,000 followers over on X. Well, that was wild. Melania meme coin was listed on crypto.com. Crypto.com, if you go to their app on the Play Store, it says buy Bitcoin and Trump. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, let's talk about Trump and his TikTok stuff. I think this was still yesterday, right? Oh wow, there's a lot of news to go over. I'm asking companies to not let TikTok stay dark. I will issue an executive order on Monday to extend the period of time before the law's prohibitions take effect so we can make a deal to protect our national security. The order will also confirm that there will be no liability for any company that helped keep TikTok from going dark before my order. Okay, I'm not reading the whole thing like that. Long story short, we got TikTok back. Thought that was awesome. Trump and Melania. So there's a rumor saying Trump and Melania will be bridged to ETH in collaboration with World Liberty Fi. They are selling tokens, World Liberty Fi, I think at like 5 cents a token. Be advised, that is going to be locked up for likely months. Do not expect to trade that right away. They're selling their token, and it's going to be locked up for X amount of time. Anybody know what the daily master collector point? Oh, it's 3,800 points. It's a lot. It's a lot. Bill Goddard says, thank you, far too kind. Meow, meow, meow. We have Crypto Jack going over and saying, who has the most powerful community in crypto? Turtle Golf goes over and says, OMI and VeVe. They've just raised over $10,000 for those affected by the LA fires. Thank you, at Real Randy Chavez and Mr. MC1. Yes, I agree. 100,000%. OMI sold. All right, Coolio. Cool beans. Okay, so there was a buddy of mine. He's not really a buddy of mine, but he might be. Had about 60 million OMI he was looking to sell, and I saw the message late. I was like, do you have any of this is any of this still available? It's gone. It was already bought up. So again, people will be selling down here, but there'll be a lot of buyers too. How do we? Why is this? Oh God, I have no idea. Shout out to Greg Schultz, that is President Biden's former campaign manager. He is coming back on the podcast. He'll be on in the next couple months. I will keep you guys posted on when. Move. DEVVE, Definity, OMI stuff. All right. No, not going over that. I already went over that, dude. So we have Mario Kart 9 coming out. Sonic is going to be on there. Pikachu is going to be all Pokemon stuff is going to be on there. Pokeballs. You have Articuno, Venusaur, and Alakazam going to be coming out of the Pokeballs. You have Pikachu. You have Sonic. Well, Sonic's not a Pokemon, but you have Oshawott. Who's this? You have Mewtwo. You have Totodile. Who else is on there? You have obviously all the people that were in there before. You have Ivysaur. Again, Pikachu. There's over 50 new characters that are going to be available on Mario Kart. There's going to be a story mode. Going to be having an epic. Do you think Elon Musk performed in us? No. He was just reaching his heart out. His heart was going out to people. Maxwell saying, beer money. Hit me up the next time you head to Carolina. So be advised. Oh, the Carolina stuff might be done for now. It's done for now. The last that I was seeing over there, we had a great time. Nothing but love. Love this person. Will want them to be amazing. I want to see them do great things. Unfortunately, it seems that as of right now, that's not happening anymore. So I will not be in South Carolina for a while. Maybe if things pick up over the next, I don't know if it's even going to matter. At this rate, I do not think I will go to South Carolina anytime soon. However, because you gave me a super chat, I will open up another beer and I will drink my sorrows away. Cheers. Yeah. But next time I am in, I will go in and say, hey, I'll hit you up. Where was I? Yeah, no, again, he was just taking his heart and sending it to the people. That's about it. He says, I get about 30. Damn, yeah. So I think it's like 3,800. At 3,800 points per day, I think you're at the Master Collector level at that point. My opinion. Anyway, let's move on here. Biden had gone on and pardoned like everyone under the sun, except for Kamala, which is wild to see. I wonder what's going to happen there. But yeah, he had pardoned Fauci. He had if you were not sure who the deep state was, check the pardon list. That's it. 2020, Chuck Schumer said Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, like other Democrats, has described the possibility of these preemptive pardons as a gross abuse of presidential pardon authority. That is straight from Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer, little tidbit on him. Chuck Schumer was asked to speak at certain high school graduations on Long Island, and this person did not go on and write something new and heartfelt. This person had the same speech every single year. He dropped F-bombs. He got booed. This person was not well liked anywhere just because there's no effort that went into it. The same speech was said for like 7 years. How do I know? Because when I was in 8th grade, I was like, well, Chavez, I thought you said this was high school. High school stuff. When I was in 8th grade, I saw my cousin graduate from high school. And then in 9th grade, because I was in the orchestra, I used to play violin. I did very well at that. We went and we played the Pomp and Circumstance. You know, and I had to hear that speech for 5 years in a row. And apparently a couple of years out, like the same speech every time. I don't know if he still does it anymore. I just have never liked this person for that reason. Here's a picture of me as Deadpool, playing myself in a video game. Thought that was fun. Remember when X amount, like 8 years ago, Melania looked like she was ready to fight in the Tri-Wizard tournament? I thought that was great. She definitely did that on purpose. She likes Harry Potter. I opened up the Tesla Mezcal today in honor of America and the Tesla Mezcal. Pretty good. Okay, so we also have crypto non-urgent priority according to White House document. I think that's a lie, but maybe. Trump taps CFTC Commissioner Caroline Pham to lead as acting chair at Bloomberg, and then Trump backed crypto venture to extend token sales after raising $1 billion already. Part of these things, yep. Okay, so people have been asking me, or just asking online, asking people in general, like, hey, is OMI going to be mentioned in the VeVe affiliate program? And I don't know. Like, so the meeting I had with, so I don't know if they're like, I won't say too much. I'll say that they're probably very busy, and they're probably working really hard because there is I'm going to say that they're, in my opinion, they're probably working extremely hard. I don't know, because again, even though the meeting that I had with this person, maybe like 2 meetings, whatever it was, it seemed fun, got a basic idea of what was going on. But they have to figure out the right packages and benefits packages for stuff first. But I'll say this, even though I'm pretty sure that it's mostly, if not only, going to be focused on VeVe, because I'm likely going to be part of this affiliate program. If I'm not, then I don't know what to tell you. But if I am, which I likely should be, if I'm talking about it, like whatever they set me up with, I don't know how they're going to do it. But if they give me a script and they say, like, hey, here's the points to talk about, hit this on VeVe, I'll say, like, guys, like, the amount of stuff that you can get on VeVe is incredible. Superman to Spider-Man, like all these things, like I have them all. I have like 1,600 collectibles. I really like this stuff. But if you're going and you're saying that, well, a lot of this stuff is expensive, you're absolutely correct. Some of these are very scarce and are very coveted items, and they can be hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. However, if you go and take a look on Stacker, a lot of times you can save dozens or hundreds or thousands of dollars if you look on Stacker. It's a lot cheaper over there. And if you think I'm not going to say that, you're kidding yourself. If you can go over that, just talk up the collectibles. I will talk up the collectibles, but I will also talk up the different ways you can get those collectibles on Stacker with OMI. Now, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe now, because I said that, people will be like, hey, you can't do that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm sorry. As the memes somebody sent me, it was great. I probably shouldn't go over that. Pro Bitcoin Mark Uyeda replaces Gary Gensler as acting chair of the SEC. Na 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 na. Hell yeah! Goodbye, Gary Gensler. There's Pena, thank you so much for being a member, saying, where we're going, we don't need roads. Girl. Carter says, good evening, Senor. Oh, God, where am I? Good evening, Senor Chavez Cat. I've been unable to buy official Trump coin on Coinbase wallet since last night. Well, Incorrigible Goat Slayer, thank you so much for becoming a member. And yeah, that's a thing. Official Trump on Coinbase wallet cannot buy. Not gonna lie, I tried buying, didn't work. Bobby Green says, I'm getting 3,800. Got bumped down from Master. Dude, 3,800 points and you're not Master Collect. Oh, God, hiccup. That's insane. Genuinely insane. Blue says, Randy, when you talk about your token, is it Definity or DEVVE you're talking about? Or is it both of them? Well, I hold both. I think I have around the same amount between DEVVE and Definity. Like I have the amount like worth the same dollar amount. Because I mean they're both down, but yeah, I think I kind of have the similar amount between between both. And why is the OMI token being suppressed? Remember in Pokemon the first movie where Mewtwo has this machine on that Giovanni gives him, and Mewtwo's like, my powers, they're being suppressed. And Giovanni says, your powers aren't being suppressed, they're being focused. A wildfire burns everything in its path. It'll be the same with you and your powers unless you learn to control them. Again, I don't know if that really fits here, but I don't know if it's necessarily being suppressed, at least not artificially. It's just that there's two things that happen. There's people that buy and people that sell. And currently, the people that sell are the majority. There is more being sold than being bought, more being swapped. OMI is being swapped for ETH, more than ETH or ETH on base is being swapped for OMI. And that's what you have right now. People can sell at this $70-ish million market cap if they want to, and they are. Now, what are the reasons for that? Well, there's a couple. One, you have Bit4X giving out 1 billion OMI every month or so. And with that, you have people that thought they'd never see their OMI again. And now they have a couple $100 worth or a couple $1,000s worth. They're like, well, oh my God, I never thought I'd get this again. Sell because they have found money and they'll go and buy other things with it. Or they'll just cash out and be like, hey, can buy my partner a gift. I can buy myself a gift because, again, they hadn't looked at it in a while and it's found money. Then you have other people that are going on and saying, well, while DEVVE's pumping, I'm just going to sell OMI for DEVVE. And I'm not going to lie, if I would have sold OMI for DEVVE when DEVVE was at 14 cents, I'd have millions of dollars right now, but I didn't. So rip me. I'm obviously not going to do that now because it just did like a 10x. So I'm not going to go and do that now. Obviously, in hindsight, I would totally do that. But again, now after it's done a 10x, that'd probably be silly. Even though DEVVE could likely still do 100x from here, which I think OMI does a 1 to 200x from here. And I think DEVVE could do that as well, but you have no idea what's going to run first. It looks like DEVVE will run first. But a couple of years ago, when I had the choice of getting into 4chan or Grumpy Cat had all of these things going for it, and 4chan didn't. Like me and 4chan, I think we had like one meeting with one person. And it seemed like we had a bunch of stuff coming in from Grumpy Cat at the time, and now it's called The Cat, but at the time it's called Grumpy Cat. I was like, oh, I'll just take everything that I put in 4chan, I'll put it into Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat's going to run first, and then I'll put it back into 4chan. But it didn't. For whatever reason, 4chan just went insane. Went from like a several $100,000 market cap to like a $30 million market cap. And yeah, got wrecked. So even though it looks like DEVVE is going to run first, or it's already started to run, it's crypto and anything can happen at any time. So I will not do that. But again, you have a bunch of other people that are saying, well, this token is running, their team is doing stuff. I'm going to go off and I'm going to sell my OMI because their team's not doing anything. And they're going to go and sell into debt. And again, I'm just using that as an example. They could do that for whatever. They do that for Trump, Melania, whatever. But they're misinterpreting the data. It's an imperfect understanding of what work is. The VeVe team has been working tirelessly for years on many things, but people don't see it because it's not rolled out. And shout out to Ben for going over and saying, hey, this evolvables drop, I know it's not perfect right now, but look, fuck it, let's just go and release it. What's the worst that can happen? Worst that happens is that people are upset with it and we learn from our mistakes. Okay, let's do it. And he did. VeVe app, that was not ready to roll out. But Ben's like, you know what? Let's roll it out. Some stuff will be cool, looks great, looks fantastic, and some stuff will be bad. We know that going in, and it was really bad. And guess what they did? They learned from their mistakes, and inside of 2 months, they had like 8 different app updates. And after those updates, like now, it's pretty much the same app as it was before, except I think it's a little bit better, and it seems to be a lot easier to build on. So that type of stuff gives me confidence. And again, just because they haven't rolled out what you want, and it's not going to matter what they rolled out or haven't rolled out when the token runs. I'll give Moonbirds as an example. Bear with me a second here. For months, the Moonbirds community was like, guys, what are you even doing? Talking to the devs. They're like, nothing has been rolled out. Every single day, the value of my collectibles goes down. Is this a slow rug? Are you rugging us? Like, what are you guys doing to help this falling value? Because where I'm at, I don't see a thing. I don't see a goddamn thing. And that was the community for half a year. Until people started putting money into, well, I guess meme coins, but into NFTs again. And then people's vault value rose like 4x. And everyone's like, yeah, this is happening because the devs are working. They have their head down. They're not being fancy. They're just they're solidly building. They have partnerships in the works. They're letting us know. They don't give away too much. They leave just enough for speculation. They give us enough. And it's like, bro, the devs have done nothing different. You're just happy now because your bags are up. It's the same exact thing with OMI and VeVe. People are upset that their vault value is down. They're upset that the OMI token's going down. I remember going to VCon in 2022 and Gary Vaynerchuk being like, guys, I can't help with the ETH prices. I can't help with the floor price. I've been doing the same exact thing. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. It's the ebbs and flows of the market. Same thing. Same thing with VeVe and OMI. People are upset because their stuff is down. And when it goes up again, they'll be happy. And I guarantee you, every single content creator that had left for years are going to come back and be like, I knew VeVe was there, going to do good the whole time. I just, was focusing on other stuff, was focusing on my stuff, or they'll try to make it seem like, well, yeah, I stopped making content because, VeVe, they were going downhill and I didn't like it. I didn't want to subject my audience to it, but now they fixed it. So now I'm going to cover it again. They're a good company again. And it's all bullshit. They just kind of gave up hope. They just kind of go, and again, it's an imperfect understanding of data and value. And a lot of YouTubers, what they do is they try to go in and they try to talk about stuff that's hot, and they don't talk about stuff that's undervalued. They talk about stuff that's already pumping or constantly pumping, or what the narrative is. And that's fine. They can do that. That's kind of what Logan Paul is to Pokemon, and SN Pratt. I'm the SN Pratt of VeVe. SN Pratt and Pokemon is consistently saying like, hey, I don't do these random like thumbnails where I'm going like other Pokemon YouTubers did. I never did that for Pokemon either. We kind of just kept our head down and just talked about what was undervalued. Same here. It says it makes no sense what's happening. It makes perfect sense what's happening. There's just, I mean, you might not like the answer. The answer is that there's just more sellers than buyers, or the amount of volume that the sellers have is just higher than the amount of volume that the buyers have right now. The buyer confidence, yeah, it's pretty shook, because it's really hard to go in and watch other stuff pump and watch OMI consistently go down. I get it. I understand. But did the thesis of the company change? I'd argue that the company is much better today than it was 6 months ago, partially because of Ben, partially because that the lawsuit is pretty much over. They just have to wait for a ruling. And partially because, again, they have new IP. They They have more of it. They're hiring marketing people, so you can tell where the company is going to go. People just are not. They don't see that. They just see their OMI being in the red. They see their vault values in the red, and that's it. They don't look at what the company has, what's new, what's better, and again, that narrative shift that's going to happen. They will learn. Bill Gardner says, I got 2.8 billion, 2.8 billion, 2.8 million at 00029, bring my DCA down to 000667. Very nice. How much? It's the first time I ever bought that low. It's amazing, right? Dirk Latte is your average is 0065-ish, also down about 20K. I'm down about 600,000, and my average is like 0003, give or take. And I'm not worried. I'm chill. Dirk Latte says, waiting to get more by the end of the month. Same. Green says, well, I decided to get some Baron Trump official coin instead of getting OMI. I think I got rubbed. Sometimes people get rubbed. Bill Gardner, give me those dabs. Blues, the OMI token is definitely being suppressed, but why? I don't think there's proof. Like, why would anyone try to suppress it? I don't think there's any proof of it being suppressed. I just think that people are just kind of done with the token, and they're done with the company, and they're selling at a loss to chase green candle. Like, I don't think it's being suppressed. I just think that people are impatient. And again, money doesn't flow to the poor. Money does flow from the poor to the rich. That is true. But a more correct version of that is money flowing from the impatient to the patient. If you're patient and you invest in good companies, you will win. If you're impatient, you will likely lose. We're saying Trump's in. A lot of things are about to change for crypto. Agreed. El Dorderos, why is OMI looking so pitiful? For all the reasons I just said the last couple of minutes. And Maxwell, thank you so much for the super chat saying beer money. Hit me up next time you head to Carolina. I don't think that's going to be anytime soon because me and my former bay are no longer bays. So that is, oh, look at this. The cat crowning the hill once again. The king has returned. The cat is reigning supreme once more, claiming the top spot on meme Zilla coin. Excuse me. This isn't just a victory, it's a declaration that the cat community is a force to be reckoned with. Dedication, resilience, and pure ambition have led us here. Together, we've built something unstoppable, proving that greatness isn't just a goal, it's who we are. Let's keep climbing higher, breaking boundaries, and showing the world what it means to be part of the cat movement. The hill belongs to us. We own the finish line. God, that's awesome. President Elon, no, he's not. Politics or person's true nature emerges. You can see Randy is kind of an evil guy. I'd like to think I'm a net positive for humanity and the universe. I think a lot of people that join the military, you have to have a part of you that is not good. You have to have a part of you that is capable of horrendous things, because that's how you fight evil. Does some of that still persist inside of me? Yes. Is it a smaller part than it was 10 years ago? Also, yes. Again, I'd say for a lot of people say, like, well, who are they deep down? I mean, deep down, you might have a different layer to you. You might have a different part of you that other people can access that others don't. But it doesn't necessarily matter who you are deep down. If you're a good person, like deep down, but you do really negative things that affect other people negatively, then you're a bad person. Conversely, if you are a bad person deep down, where if deep down, I do miss the military. I do miss boxing. I miss hurting people. I do. But what do my actions do? I love people. I help people out. My entire life goal is to just buy wilderness areas to go in and make them conservation areas so that I can save animals. So does it matter who I am really deep down if the actions are positive? I don't know. That's for y'all to decide. And he's an uneducated guy, and it shows plainly. Fair. I do not have any formal education. I mean, I finished high school, but so does everyone. I'd like to think though that IQ is well above average. And who is it that said like, life is a game and love is the prize. So wake me up when it's all over. In the same breath that he says life is a game and love is the prize, there's a meme or a saying that I had seen that had said, life is a game and what your net worth shows how good you are at it. I'm better at it, at least as far as net worth goes, than most people in the world. Does that mean that I'm smart? I definitely got lucky in a lot of areas. I was born in Peru. Had I not been adopted out of Peru, I don't know what I would have become. Not the person I am now. But I've seen people try to do math. I've seen people go in and take a thought and not be able to entertain it and juggle it and be like, and do thought experiments. I'm not saying that I'm like the smartest person ever. I'm not. I'm like, I know 50-ish people that I off the top of my head, I can name like 12 people that are smarter than me. And then going outside of like an inner circle, of those 12, probably know another 12. There's 144. So there's just, I know a bunch of people that are smarter than me. But I know far more that are not nearly as smart. Make sure you buy your. I'll get a Tesla Cybertruck at some point. Zombie saying 4,000 MCP points and you're not a master. God damn, that is wild. We got some more Definity stuff here. Good stuff. Sketchlab. Hey Randy, what's up, Sketchlab? How's it going, fam? Meow meow. Sketchlab, send me a address so I can go in and get you your pillow that you earned. Money says you're an Android guy. What version of the app are you using? I don't know. I'll check. Let's go to VeVe. Okay, I gotta go soon because the Ohio State game is coming on. So wake me up when it's all over. Okay. What version of the app am I using? Does it say? I don't know. I don't know. It's it doesn't say which version of the app I'm. Oh, 2.0.9. I'm using the app version 2.0.9. Yeah. Okay. Who says hello, Dashi? Meow meow meow. Cheers. Dog boys, what's up, Ready FM? Dog boy, at 6:30, I went over the stacker stuff. Letting you know. Because I think OMI suffers from being a token that resides in a market where people look at their quick return. Agreed. Short-term results, they favor or target the meme tokens, #Gamblenomics. Agreed. Sketchlab says, I also feel OMI suffers from not being promoted properly, but that's my opinion. I also agree. I don't think the team, I mean, yeah, Foster at the Ecomi team that mentioned it, but they like the entire VeVe team, I don't believe has mentioned the token like at all. Like remember in 2020, Trump, or maybe it was 2016, Trump and Hillary were battling it out. And Trump could not say the words that like white supremacy is bad. Like there was certain type of words that Trump couldn't say. And then Hillary couldn't say law and order. It's like, bro, they're just words. Like you can't say them. But again, because in these last few years, regulatory landscapes, you don't want to run afoul of certain things. So I understand why they haven't talked about OMI. Most other people do not understand that. And that's why I feel like Luigi is incorrect when he says Randy is again, formally educated. No, I am not. But I do not think it shows plainly. But again, that's just my opinion. Comment down below. Let me know who's right. NYC1 says OMI hits 5 cents or even 50 cents this year. Randy, how is it even possible to cash out? Do you take a little at a time or go ham? Shout out from Elmont. For me, I would take a little at a time. I'll take a little bit at 1 cent. At 1 cent, I'll have $2 million. So I'll take a little bit there. And then every half a penny from there, I'll take a little bit more. By 10 cents, I'd have maybe like 30 million left. Most of my OMI would be gone by that point. And says Randy is uneducated, but he was a millionaire and has businesses now. And great. Dude, STFU. Oh, thanks, fam. Appreciate it. 4 Leaf AR. That is a fantastic. That's a fantastic PFP. What's up with OMI, Randy? As I mentioned before, there's just been a lot of there's a lot of FUD around it. There's a lot of people that sell their OMI to chase green candles. There's a lot of people that get their OMI back from BitForex and they're just like, okay, I have a couple $100 now or a couple $1,000 now. Let me use that for whatever, and they just they take the loss, and that's really it. Eventually, VeVe will do marketing. Eventually, Ecomi will do marketing. Eventually, we'll have exchange. Eventually, a lot of things that we want will come to fruition, and then you'll have the NFT narrative that comes back, and we'll go crazy. That might not happen for another 8 months. We could be in September and be at the same price. If you buy now, be prepared for OMI not to move for 8 or 9 months. It's very possible that happens. I'll be buying all the time. Luigi says I hate him. I forget who said this when they go and they say like you say you hate me, you curse me, but you still follow what I do. You're still a fan. Sketch Labs says address sent in your DM. Thank you, fam. I will look at that later. Not tonight because the Ohio State game's tonight, and I got to drink and eat. It says, what do you think about Pengu? It made a splash. It's still in the top 100, right? It's number 86. It's got a $1.5 billion market cap. I do not think that they justify that, but that also might not matter. As memes and digital collectibles kind of NFTs kind of have their run, Pudgy Penguins can do a 10x from here. I don't think it justifies a $1.5 billion market cap now. And it's like, well, Chavez, how does it go 10x from here? It's just people do not care about market cap. People do not. Crypto is an inaccurate weighing machine. Again, I don't think it justifies a $1.5 billion market cap now, but I also think it can do 10x from here. Andrew Detox says the Sketch Lab makes a good point. What is VeVe waiting in terms of marketing? So I'll try to. I'll say this. I have talked to them about a couple of things, some of which they've answered and some of which they haven't. Like the affiliate marketing program guy, I think is purposely not answering me on a few things because the few things that he doesn't have an answer for, they are working on right now. So I think that a lot of the things that they're working on, they're just not done yet. And they don't want to market something that's not done. So I would say that when it gets completed, they'll likely go on and they'll say, hey, you know what, we can market this now. And if I was to be frank, in Ohio, we're known more for meth than math. Well, I'm technically from Peru, which is, I don't think Peru is known for anything like llamas, alpacas, eating guinea pigs. I don't know. Honestly, I do not know any other person notable out of Peru, like personally or celebrity wise. Has anyone like awesome ever come out of Peru? I don't know. Am I the first? But yeah, Ohio. I'm not from here, but I do embrace it, and they've accepted me as their own. Angela says not having formal education has no bearing on your intelligence. Randy is clearly an intelligent person. Silly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Educated and intelligent are two different things. What did you say when you were? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I'm uneducated. Yeah, I passed high school. And so Luigi, are you calling me intelligent? Stop. And so hope you're well, Randy. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. A lot of good stuff. I do have to bounce soon. Sea Kings, hey Randy, Pokemon question. What's your opinion on what a full set of PSA 9 Holo first edition base set will be worth? Okay, first edition base set Holos. God, 15 years. I mean, the Charizard by itself in 15 years will be like 80 grand. It'll be in the six figures. It'll be in the six figures. I mean, so Hitmonchan is wild as well, because Hitmonchan is the PSA 10 is like impossible to grade. Same with Chansey, very, very hard. And then Charizard, there's so many. So like the PSA 9s are going to be like their next best option. I would say in the six figures, but I can't really say more than that. I don't think it'll reach seven figures, but it'll reach over 100K. Louis Gems Randy is a terrible problem solver. No, I'm actually exceedingly good at there was a lot of things that I did in the military that were not thought of before. The military is not as good as what I'm not going to say that. The military is not as good as it could be because I left, and I say that with absolute honesty. There was many things that I did that were like, there was a lot of stuff that had happened in a very positive way when I was in, because I was in, and because of the problems that I worked on. Argolata says, yes or no, that David have another Blackpink IP up his sleeves for 2 years? I don't know. They're gonna, I think so. I think we'll have another Blackpink drop. Peru's good food. I've heard Peru does have good food. They're getting deported. I'm legal. I've been legal since I was like 5 years old. I remember being like 5 years old. They gave me a little American flag. I remember the Oreos, and they took me away from the Oreos because they were free. I was like, these Oreos are like free. Like I can eat these. And then they took me away to stand in this little crowd to have my picture taken, a little American flag. And I was like, can I get these Oreos back? Anyway, I'm a 100% legal. Well, this bought a secret rare first time Spider-Man today. Oh, that's epic. Pretty pumped about that. Andrew L. Dark Clouds, Luigi, chill. Enjoy the games tonight, Randy. I shall. Back to Peru for you. No USA for you. Not gonna lie, I kind of like Luigi. I like, it's just, how do you not like this conversation? It's great. Anyway, everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Thank you, Maxwell, for the super chat. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. I hope Dragon Ball Z. I hope. We'll see. Maybe one day. Bye, guys. Meow.